What is up, everybody? Ryan here. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for tuning in. Saturday night. I know it's a fun night to be out and not be sitting in front of your computer checking out the live stream, but I definitely, there we go. I knew that was going to happen. I had to pause that. I appreciate everybody coming in. I got a very special guest tonight. His name's Jeffjdem. He's a impeccable HVAC equipment installer out of New Jersey. You probably follow him on Instagram, and he is going to join us here just a little bit. So, in case you're unaware of who Jeffjdem is and aren't following him on Instagram, I'm going to play you a little video here. It's going to give you just a taste of what he does and what he brings to social media and the industry. Um, so let me go ahead and play that right now. Hopefully it's queued up and it's playing from the beginning. If not, I might have to pause it and restart, but let's go ahead and do that now. Oh. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Here we go. Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip a party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, I'm full of bug. My mind got what you need if you need to feel the buzz. I'm in the having sex, I ain't in the making love. So come give me a hug if you're in the getting rough. You can find me in the club, I'm full of bug. My mind. All right, guys. So here he is in person, Mr. Jeffjdem in the house. How you doing, man?
Good, man. What's going on? That was awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you. That was very easy for me to edit. You had all the content right there, and that's just a small taste of what you're going to get when you go to Instagram and follow Jeffjdem. Because I mean, that must have been just over the last month. But I appreciate you coming on with me, man. I'm happy that you're here. I spoke with you earlier today, and I saw that you were work when we did our little test run. You were working. You were in the back of the trailer. Did you get in
Yeah.
anything fun today?
Oh, actually, I've been pushing my boss and my manager to pick me up a toolbox and shelving. So they got it like a month ago, and I've just been so busy. I haven't had any time, in between jobs to put it together. So I took this Saturday to go in there and kind of hook it all up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I've got some questions here for you because I don't want to start a live stream with someone like you and not have something lined up. So this is going to be a little segment where we're going to get to know Jeff, because for me personally, I see what you do on Instagram and all I see is the work and I see the images, and I don't really get to, with me, I have my little YouTube channel, but when I do that, people get a sense of who I am. We don't get to hear a lot from you, other than the work. So, how old are you?
I'm 29. I just turned 29 in February.
That's nice. I wish I was 29 again. That's awesome. So, I think you already answered my, next question. I was gonna ask if you were an owner or you worked for somebody, because I'm assuming you have a boss, so you're
Mhm.
not the owner of the company, right?
No, I don't own a business and don't really, it's never really a thought of mine to go out and go on my own. I'm actually really comfortable where I am. Where I am is where I started. So I've been there for 10 years and I just don't see myself leaving unless I get fired for some weird reason.
That's probably not gonna happen, and that was gonna lead me to my next question. How long have you been in the trade? Since we already know you've been in 10 years, how did you get started in this trade?
So I was working doing like little nonsense jobs and then I never did any physical labor or anything like that. My dad owned a company. And so I've been around HVAC, my whole life, but I never did it with him or anything like that. So he ended up working for the company that I'm at now. So he got me a job as a parts runner. And then after a couple of days, somebody called out and they threw me in the field, and I just kind of stuck with it since then.
Oh boy, he's gotta be proud now, huh?
Yeah.
I bet. That is awesome. That's a great, it's so weird how different people get into this field. And you know what? A lot of people I've run into that do Instagram or do live streams or do YouTube, a lot of them are second generation where their dad was in the trade. Um, my dad personally wasn't in the HVAC trade, but he was a steel worker. He owned rental properties. So I was always working with him doing something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot of people that do it that way. And that is awesome. So you're in New Jersey, right?
Yep.
Um, me and my family go to Wildwood every summer for a family vacation. I'm assuming you're not near there, right?
No, that's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from where I am. But I do the same thing every summer. I take the kids there as well.
Do you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Wildwood. It's a nice place. My wife doesn't like the boardwalk. The kids and me love it. She wants to stay in Wildwood Crest.
Best best part is the boardwalk.
I know, I know,
They
but
got a man.
yeah, women are crazy though. But so let me ask you, since we're on the topic of New Jersey, what's up with them having to pump the gas for you?
Oh, dude, that's all I know. It's I guess it's luxury. I mean, I'm not complaining. So
Yeah, we
I've
go on
I've only pumped my own gas like 3 times in my life.
we go to vacation. I get out and first thing I do is grab the handle. Well, actually, when we first started going, I got yelled at. They were like, "No, we have to pump the gas for you." And I was like, "This is insane." I was like, "Okay, do I tip you? Do you tip?"
No, no, I
Okay,
don't.
because
The only time we ever have to do it is when it's kerosene. They don't do kerosene. We'll have to
oh,
pump. But who's you?
that's insane. It's the only state in the country, I guess, that does that. Um,
Yeah.
I have kids. I have a wife. You mentioned earlier that the kids were going to be sleepy. You married? You got kids? And
Yeah, I'm married with 3 kids. So I got
nice,
a 7, a 5, and a 3-year-old.
very nice. I've got a 3 and an 11-year old, and they're a handful. So God bless you. Um, you have a helper, I'm assuming, on all these jobs.
Yeah.
What's
But a big thing for me, I always try to get this point across. What my pictures, it's always stuff that I did,
yeah,
but my helper does so much more because everything that when I post a job, I'm not posting, the furnace, the condenser, as well. Or when I post a condenser, he's inside doing the furnace. So he does a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And he's right there with me. He's just as good as I am.
sure. What does he think about the Instagram clout? I mean, does he want
He,
in on that some? Is he, no?
he's not about it, but he understands. The pride I take in my work and stuff like that. But
Sure.
not about the Instagram life.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Having a good uh, co-pilot or a partner in this.
Mm.
I mean, the installs are, it's a lot of work, and I can tell just from the videos and the pictures I see. I mean, you're putting in very good hard work on these installs, and we're going to get to that here a little bit later on. Instagram, guys, go follow Jeffjdem. If you're not on Instagram, it's kind of like Facebook. I'm an older guy. I'm 43, so I'm a little late to the party on all this social media stuff, but it's actually kind of fun. It's a little addicting. I've been posting stories lately, and once you start it, it's fun. I'm like, let me post here. I'm going into Sheets to get coffee, but how'd you get started on the whole Instagram thing? Was it a personal thing and it kind of translated over to work, or?
It was COVID. We were getting laid off. So I was like, screw it. I got to do something that involves HVAC. So I started an Instagram. And before I started my Instagram, my work was trash. You know what I mean? I was fast at what I did, but I didn't care what it looked like. I was just a get it done guy. And then I saw Instagram, and like I said, I worked at one company my whole life. So that work is the only work that I've ever known besides like the units we were taking out. So Instagram kind of opened my eyes to I could do so much more. Like I could become very skilled at this instead of just getting it done. So, once I saw guys like Flynn and, Alex and, Aaron, I instantly wanted to be like that. So, when we got back into work, everything changed. It was just completely different work mentality.
And I was going to ask here, did you think that the social media aspect made you better? Because for me, once I started making YouTube videos, and not that I was a bad tech to begin with, but when you film it or you record it and you put it out to people, it kind of, you got to make sure it's good. And
Mhm.
I think you answered that question already. You were fast, efficient, but the Instagram kind of brought you up to the level you are now.
Yeah, it pushed me. I saw what these guys were doing, and I said I could be doing that. I'm just not. So I really, I went through everybody's Instagram, and I kind of saw, I mean, I paid attention to every little detail, and I said, all right, I had the speed. If I just slowed down, I could do these little extra things on the job. And one day I would do the drains to make it look nice, and everything else would still not look as good. And then the next day I'd do the drains and something else to make it look nice, until it became a routine of just constant good quality.
Yeah. What did the customers think when you're done and you're packing up your tools and you're leaving here?
Some of them care, some of them don't.
Yeah.
you know um, it For some people, I'm sure it can make them feel, defeated that they put all this work in. But, I am doing the job for them. But at the end of the day, I'm doing the job for me. I'm
Sure.
doing it to better myself and, better this craft and better this whole trade. It's not, it's as long as the customer has air conditioning or heat, they're happy. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta say, some of these installs with uh, I'm gonna get to the bubble wrap, the bubble insulation. Do
Mhm.
you do that mostly so they can enclose the unit in the attic and
Dude, that's strictly aesthetics.
strictly aesthetics? All right. And the lights, I'm assuming you take those with you when you leave.
So some of them, yeah, some of them, no. I mean, if they're appreciated by the customer, I'll keep them.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I've maybe left them on like 3 jobs. The last job I just did with the when they were strobing like that,
Yeah.
the homeowner was actually an IT tech,
He
so
loved
he
it.
was stoked. He hooked it up to his phone, all that stuff. So like when you open the door, the lights come on.
Yeah.
So that actually, that really hyped me up, because I was like, wow, for once, the lights are really appreciated by the homeowner. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because when you present it that way at the end of your videos or your pictures, it looks like the equipment is on a stage at that point,
Mhm.
like you've centerpieced this. It really is a beautiful thing. And I've done some installs when I used to work for my residential company. I worked there for 12 years. I could do the installs. I was a service technician first, but I would be a helper. And like I said, we just got her in there and got it done. But yeah, some of the stuff you're doing is just It's absolutely insane. So the bubble wrap's aesthetics, and I've seen that you post that it helps with the knees too, because you're on your knees a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
times.
or yeah, but when it's over the top and stuff like that,
Yeah.
there's no point to it besides looks.
But you got to figure you could, if it's in the attic, they could enclose that area, and I'm sure the insulation would help to, you know. Are you putting much 90%? Well, you're in New Jersey, so it gets cold. Are you putting 90% furnaces in attics?
Yeah, new construction always.
Yeah. Is it
But
then?
a lot, people don't want to. If they have an 80, they're like, no, let's just put an 80 back.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So I asked what the customers think. Some of them like it, some of them love it, some of them don't care.
Don't care at all.
So the other Instagrammers that are out there, Bendrick, Cookie Monster, up up kept Flintstone. I mean, you guys are friends now, right? These
Oh
guys
yeah,
are become your friends.
absolutely.
That's
It was
awesome.
HR and stuff like that is really where it came together. Meeting the guys online. It's cool. You could talk to anybody online, but then when you meet them in person, it's completely
Yeah.
different.
Well, we actually met at HR, or well, we met at the Tactical Awards. I was a little drunk, which is nothing new, but I was having a good time. I literally got off the plane and within an hour was at the Tactical Awards. What a show that was. How
That was
about
all.
that? No, it was. How about that? How about that strut chain you got?
Hmm.
I mean,
That was awesome. I still, I'm still trying to find a good spot to really hang it up that my wife agrees with. But I think it's going to be in the drawer till I get a garage or something like that.
yeah, and Ben Poole from HVAC Tactical. I don't know if his HVAC Tactical or HVAC Tactical. All these guys they want it said a certain way, but HVAC Tactical. Ben Poole, he's the one that presented you with that.
Yep.
You and him seem awfully friendly too. He seems to like your work. He invited you out there, presented you with the award. I see you also have the Jeffjdem edition HVAC Tactical hat. How did that come to be?
So I was begging Ben. I was like, dude, let's do a hat. Feature me on a hat. I was like, something, bro. We got to do something. And he kept saying, I can't. I can't. I can't. And I was like, dude, what's your reason? I was like, why can't you do it? I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. And he's like, I think you're going to be a nominee for the tactical awards. And he's like, I don't want that, interfering. So I was like, no, dude. I was like, people know who I am already. It's like, I don't give it to somebody else who, it can really help build them up and, help with their career even maybe. So I was like, let's just do a hat. So then he said, okay. And he ended up hooking me up with a hat. And then he hooked me up with the strut chain, man.
That strut chain is awesome. Now, do you get a percentage on the hat when people buy it?
No, I don't want to do that. I just want to be on the hat, man. I just
No.
want people to see stuff.
That's awesome. I like the hat too. I like the design of it. It's you see the sign that's right behind Jeff there. It's basically that design on the front of the hat. So if you guys want that Jeffjdem edition HVAC tactical hat, head on over
Head,
there.
head on over to HVAC Tactical. Get yourself one.
No doubt, no doubt. So, I'm looking at my notes here. We've gone through some at the family and in New Jersey and the gas pumping and stuff. I see that you guys. I'm gonna tie this all in together with Bendrick and Flintstone, and I'm not real, you know, aware of every last person you hang out. But I see you guys all went down to Miami for something called Centrotherm.
Yeah, so they had an event. They wanted a lot of guys there, help, get their name out there and stuff like that. Everybody used the product before. It's a great product. It's just flue pipe that you just snap together and then call it a day. It's quick, it's easy, and it's super efficient. But yeah, they wanted to host an event. Aaron Bond ended up winning. It was
Okay.
between him and George the plumber. They gave it to Aaron. It was a close one. It really depends who you are. If you think
Uh,
Aaron won, but they had everybody there. They put them all in a hotel. We hung out, had dinner, kicked it at the pool, the beach. We went out at night. It was an awesome time.
Yeah, it looked like it, and I had no idea what Centrotherm was, and I'm actually gonna play just a quick tidbit here from what I pulled off. Hopefully, I'm still new to this, guys, but this is Bendrick, the HVAC Cookie Monster, Jeffjdem, and Flintstone. Those are the ones I know of, but this was a little video they made of them down in Miami at Centrotherm. And if you guys watch, it looked like they were at some, big tech start. I mean, the stage looked insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that right now. I'll be back with you here in just a second.
I'm playing, man. I'm playing, man. Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. Bouncing in the club with the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. I'm going to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Look at this motherfucker. You over there ordering Strut bar. Yeah, I want the red, the black, you know. Let me get that white strut. You got that gold strut?
All right. So I just pulled that right off your Instagram, but what a trip, man. Did you ever think installing HVAC equipment would get you out getting, little awards and presenting in Las Vegas and then flying down to Miami and meeting such cool people like Bendrick and Flintstone and, it's an
Dude,
amazing world we live in, isn't it?
it is. I never thought I'd be in this position. You know, the craziest part about it is like I guess I could say, I'm good at this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I've never been on top of something before, you know what I mean? So, that makes me like it even more.
I mean, I want to keep going on. Every last zip tie and wire. I like how you coil up the wires, you pin them, you mark them. I mean, guys, if you're not following Jeffjdem on Instagram, please head over there right now. All you got to do is hit that button and check them out because it's just a wealth of. I mean, these are the best installs you're ever going to see.
Like,
Are you got any sponsors, Jeff?
I have like ambassadorships, if that's what you mean. But as far as sponsors,
I mean, because I think that the Rigid Strut Slayer should have a Jeffjdem sticker on it because that thing, when I was at AHR, I stopped by their booth and I got a little demonstration. I featured it in my AHR video, and it just has a distinct, awesome sound right at the end when it finally snaps that Unistrut.
right there, yep.
I saw that you've got one. Have you been using it?
Yes, I mean, of course.
Of course. I use a Portaband, but I'm not cutting Unistrut a lot. I do some hanging heaters where I need to utilize Unistrut and all thread.
Mhm.
And but yeah, that Strut Slayer
It's
is a
badass.
beast. Yeah.
Yep,
Are you gonna be at the tactical awards in AHR next year in Atlanta?
absolutely.
Nice.
Never miss that. Oh,
Yeah.
never.
I'm planning on it. I have to get it all ironed out with my wife and stuff, I mean, but it's a little closer of a flight. The only reason I went out this time was because I love Las Vegas. And when I heard it was in Las Vegas, I was like, I have to go. How about that? How about that Thread Daddy? I love that thing.
That is freaking badass, man. I seen it on Instagram, and I messaged the guy right away. I was like, "What do you need from me? Because this needs to be everybody needs to see this." So he's like, "Oh man, thanks." He sent me one, and dude, I use that thing all the time. With the amount of threaded rod and Unistrut and shit I use, it's just boom, done. And
Yeah.
then it's really good for when like commercial guys probably get huge use out of that thing.
Well, I was doing a hanging heater with my my coworker Mikey G. Some of you guys know him from the videos, but we're like,
Yeah,
doing this the freaking thing. We got 2 feet of freaking all thread. We got a thread. I said, I need a tool that will And literally after I said that, about a week later, I saw on your Instagram the Thread Daddy, and I was
Yeah,
like, I need one of those. But you know what? For me, I only do it so often. I mean, I can do this for now if I was doing it every day, but that thing's awesome.
yeah.
I
That's actually
see.
the guy who made the turbo crimper.
Okay.
This is
Yep.
guy. Yep.
That's awesome. So we've covered the Thread Daddy. Oh, I see that you promote True Work Clothing. What do you
I
think
don't
about?
promote because I had it on, so
Oh,
I just shout.
you have should. Do you like that stuff?
That's me trying to get in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
but no, their clothes are great.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
never had True Work, and I'm gonna look them up now, simply on the fact that I saw it on you. Um,
Mhm.
True Work, I'll check that out. But so what do we got here? Tactical Awards, Atlanta, the Strut Chain. Of course, I was going to bring that up. We already covered that. AHR, Rigid, the Strut Slayer. Any sponsors? Blah blah blah. Work, True Work, the Mighty Bracket. I see you install everything. I see air handlers, air conditioners, mini splits, boilers. I didn't include any of this in the video that I put in, but I saw that you and Flintstone were actually together doing work.
Mhm.
Is he close to you, like regionally, or?
So we're both from New Jersey, and when I realized Flynn was from New Jersey, I said I got to try to get him to come over. So he's actually at the same company as me. We're in the same company.
Really?
Yeah. So it's very rare that we get to work together,
Uh-huh.
just because it wouldn't make sense for the company to put two of these guys in the same job. But we had a slow week, so 3 days in a row, back to back, just banging out jobs. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
And the coolest thing about it is I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to boilers.
Uh-huh.
I just because I haven't done a lot of them, and I've been a lead for so they put me as a lead before I really got the chance to work under somebody doing boilers, or when I was just too much of a helper at that point to really take in any knowledge. So being able to work with him on two boiler jobs back to back, I learned a lot.
That's awesome. You must work for a fairly big company if you didn't even realize Flintstone worked at the same company as you, right?
No, he worked at a different company, and I had him come over to my company.
Oh, you got him hired with you.
Yes.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is awesome. Your company must be like, I mean, what's
Yeah.
your company think about the uh Instagram stuff? Because I never see any of your company logo or anything in any of the posts, so they probably have no problem with it at that point, right?
No, they're there. My boss is super cool about it. If anything, it brings in business, so he doesn't hate on it at all. Yeah, they like it.
Nice.
Like I said, it only helps them.
Yeah, I was misunderstood. I thought that you were saying Flintstone worked at I thought you were in some huge, but I mean, if I was the owner of the company, I'd say, all right, guys, it's time we make a new commercial for the company.
Yeah,
You know,
that's. I don't really think that's where the money is. We got billboards and shit everywhere, so
yeah,
stuff like the internet. But I don't even know. I don't even watch TV, so I don't know if a commercial would be beneficial.
yeah, and you're strictly on Instagram, right? I mean, you've got no Facebook, no YouTube, and nothing like that.
Everybody said to try Facebook and YouTube. Honestly, YouTube, it seems super cool. I love teaching people. So, but I can't really, Instagram takes up so much time already. I
No,
can't imagine how much time YouTube would take. So
it
it's better I just stay on one platform for now.
That's cool. Well, if you ever want to jump over to the YouTube, I would be more than happy to help you out with any. I mean, not that I have any, I got no big thing. I've only got like 3,000 subscribers on here, but I'm trying to grow it. But I like editing the videos. I'm getting turned on to the Instagram. It's addicting. It's kind of fun. I like it.
It's quick, the videos are normally pretty short, and, they just stuff everything in real fast. Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I almost got what it's like to not have an Instagram, to be honest with you.
So I want to read a quote here. I'm assuming this is you, but it says, don't be afraid to do the extra shit. Don't worry about what people will say. They don't need to understand why. Do it for you. Do it better. Do it to better yourself and your craft. Do it so they will. I can't read tonight. Do it so they know they can do it too. Do it so they will remember your name. I like that. You're showing by example.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I gotta say, there's a lot of young kids out there.
So if I'm able to teach somebody, and if they could take anything away from something I've done or posted, that makes my day. So
that's awesome. And I have a friend of mine that says a lot of those same things. His name's Steve Smith. He runs the Everything HVAC Air channel, and he's standing by here. I think I'm going to bring him on because I think he would like to ask you some questions himself. He's a good dude. I see he took a big old swig of his beer. So, Steve, are you ready? And there he is. I'm going to change this around a little bit, guys. Oh, I don't
What
like
is
that.
up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, it's good to finally meet you, or kind of meet you in person. But no, love the work. Practice, practice, practice. That's what everybody says, right? Practice makes what?
Makes you better.
What's the saying? Practice makes perfect, right?
There's no such thing as perfect.
Exactly. Practice doesn't make perfect.
Practice makes you better.
Practice improves. It makes you improve. You can always improve on what you have previously done. There's no perfect. Great answer. That's why I like this guy.
I love Steve. I love Steve. How you doing tonight, bud?
Oh, I'm doing good. I enjoyed the conversation up to this point, man. But no, I mean, you have put yourself on top. You put yourself on another level, and I enjoy everything that you post. I mean, everything else it's compared to you. I look at it and go, that's good, but is it Jeffjdem good? And there's a lot of good stuff out there, but I need you to come put me in a furnace. I want some LED lights and some flashing lights and some crazy stuff going on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I got to ask Jeff real quick. Is it, it's Jeffjdem. Why the Jeffjdem?
My middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But everybody just bypasses it and says Jeffjdem. Oh, that's fine. It's the same shit.
I like it. It's interesting. It's got a little bit of mysteriousness to it. Well, what's up with the Jeffjdem? I like that.
He
So
misspelled his name.
Well, Steve-O, what's going on, man? How has your weekend been?
No, it's been good.
Nice.
I mean, we got Jeff on. I back to you, man.
Did you see his trailer? I like the video you did where you put all the pipe hanging clamps with black iron, like where you hang all your pipe on the side of the trailer, Jeff, and you use the black iron pipe with the unistrut and the clamps. How those working out?
Great, dude. I got so much shit packed on that, so much. But it's so big and it can hold so much that I'm almost regretting it because it can hold so much. I make it hold so much, and it's just I'm gonna have to kind of reevaluate, maybe make it a little bit smaller than it is. So I'm just keeping way too much extra shit on there for no reason.
Yeah. Speaking of that trailer, you've got a sheet metal brake in there, right? Do you have a brake in the trailer? No. Okay. What all are you keeping that trailer?
The trailer looks amazing.
Thank you.
Interesting enough, what you were talking about earlier, the whole, the pandemic thing kind of got you into the Instagram. That's kind of what pushed me into YouTube. I started at about the same time that March when everything went down, and I was just like, I'm gonna make a random video, and then it just kind of turned into something different. But no, it was interesting to get to know you a little more.
Cool.
Does anyone in the chat? Sorry, I have not been paying much attention to the chat because I've been trying to talk, but I see Chris Stevens from HVACR Videos is here, Adrian from Reliable HVACR, Jason Johnson, Isaiah, a lot of people. Coolin with Kraus is here. Anybody got any questions for Jeffjdem? He can. I'm not sure. You able to see the chat there, Jeff?
Yeah, but my iPad's about to die, so.
Yeah, if not, I can read it out to you. If anybody's got any questions, hit them up. Again, if anybody's new, just logging on to the live stream, this is Jeffjdem. He's got almost 24,000 followers. Did we lose him on
Oh, I'm back.
Instagram?
Sorry.
That's okay. Let me ask you, while I got you here, who did that awesome sign you have behind you? Where'd you get that made?
So Cornbread Designs did that. I'll post it up on my stories later. That way you guys can take a look. But yeah, they do some crazy shit. Back in the day, I was talking to Cam Airtech a lot.
Uh-huh.
And he got one done, and I was like, bro, you got to send me the link to these guys. And got me hooked up with them, and this thing is freaking awesome.
No, it looks awesome.
Really
I
nice.
just saw Gil from HVAC Uncensored. Somebody sent him a huge American flag with the HVAC Uncensored emblem on the front. I have a buddy of mine that made me up a little Hughes Man HVAC flag, black and white. So it's good to find people that. What was the name of that again, Jeff?
Cornbread Designs.
Cornbread Designs. I like that.
Sounds like some guys from around my way.
Yeah. Being from New Jersey, Jeff, were you a big Sopranos fan?
Not really.
Not
You know,
really. Well, my next question was, did Tony Soprano actually die at the end or not? But since you're not a fan, I guess that's something we'll never know. Isaiah from Zaya's Air and Heat wants to know, does Jeff have any tips for an apprentice tech?
Yeah, pay attention, soak all the knowledge in you can, but make sure you're learning from the right person. That's a big thing in this trade. A lot of guys, they learn, and they learn a lot, but they're not necessarily learning the right way. So when they
Sure.
go on their own, they run into a lot of issues. I was lucky enough when I started at my company, I was hooked up with somebody who actually did the job the right way. And then I'd go and work with another crew for a day, and I'd be like, "What are these guys doing?" And they were under the impression that they were doing stuff correct, but they weren't. So you got to really make sure, basically, just fact check everything. That's what you got to do when you're learning. To be honest,
It's like that meme I see out there. It's like, this is the right way to do it, but this is the way we're going to do it. It's the one guy telling the other guy.
Listen more, talk less.
Yeah. Yep. And Jason Johnson says, use your eyes, ears, and brain. So, Jeff, you're strictly installs, right? You ever dabble in any service? You got any service calls, anything like that?
yeah, I was in the service rotation for about 3 years. Like the after hours, I do a week, but a week a month.
Yeah.
But I kind of fell off of that, and I'm not a big service fan. I'm not. The reason for it is because I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
I'm excellent at, I could figure it out, but it would probably take me longer than an average service tech would do it.
Sure. No, that's cool. You got to get in where you fit in.
Mhm.
And obviously you're fitting in perfect because you're sitting on top of the install game, in my opinion. Like I said, again, this is Jeffjdem, everybody. I'm sure everybody's already aware who he is, but if you're not, head on over to Instagram, give him a follow. He's got a pretty substantial following over there, and just go back through the history of his videos and his pictures. They're incredible. It's the neatest, the cleanest, the most perfect. I think you heard me say this on my tactical awards video. I might have been just slightly more drunk than when I said it, but they really were. The dude's got it going on. He definitely has his grip on the install game. There's specific brands that you are installing.
So we're a Ream and a Train dealer.
All right.
And
I
we do
saw
a lot of Fujitsu's and Mitsubishi as well, but we rotate between the two.
I saw recently that ream that had the diamond plate all over the front of it. Was that something you did?
Yeah.
Or is that the way that came?
That was your fault. I already know.
That was me. I had this. It's actually car wrap that when we were in Miami at the Centrotherm event, they had one of the things was a boiler hung on the wall, and the whole time sitting there, I'm like, oh, they really paid, for a whole sheet of diamond plate just to hang something on this. So I went up to it, and it was car wrap. So I said, dude, I got to get this. So I went home and I ordered it right away.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use it on absolutely. I put it on a plenum.
It's like Frank's hot sauce. It's like Nylog for me. You put that on everything.
Right on, man. And I like even down to the float switch on the drain pan. It's curled up nice. It's beautiful. So, like I said, guys, if you haven't checked out Jeffjdem on Instagram, I mean, you got to go over there.
No, dude's killing it. But like, I'd love to just get a little bit inside of your mind and see when you're doing some of the stuff. Originally, when I got into the trade, I started in sheet metal, so I've done some of that, and just what you do with sheet metal is amazing, and just some of the work you do is just interesting. And I want to see the full video. Like, I'm like, how did this happen? I want to see how it got that way.
I'm gonna
put you into anything. It is hard, and I know even the Instagram thing. I've been on and off, and I do some things on there, but it's tough.
Yeah, I was thinking. I actually just did I did it last year. I'm still waiting for it to come out. I don't know if you guys have heard of MT Copeland. It's an online course that you could take. It's for they basically teach you how to build a house. So they have one instructor from every trade. So when that comes out, I'm going to put that on my page. That way everybody can click the link and go to it and watch the video. So it's basically me how to rough a house, how to properly install equipment, all the way from the from the rough to the finish.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I think you could have a very promising YouTube channel if you were so inclined to do so.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought the same thing about you and Flintstone, man. I'm just saying, y'all could put something together.
We were thinking, in the past, we were talking about possibly doing one night, maybe a Wednesday night every week, doing a live for an hour of a different transition and things like that. Like one week would be metal, the next week would be bending, and next week would be proper refrigerant press, things like that,
Sure. If
that's
you ever
not out of the question yet either. So
if you ever want to come on over, I would be more than open to. I mean, I'd edit you first 2-3 videos just to get it going. I like to edit, so
you ain't never offered to edit my video.
I'll edit your video. Shit, what are you talking about? Send me something. I told Rick and you I'd edit something.
Start sending you everything. This
Send me
is the
something.
editing master. If you haven't seen already, what he did with your Instagram is nothing compared to what he can actually do with the video.
I do like to edit. So if you ever want to get a video going, I'm more than happy to help out or do whatever I can. I'd love to get on board. I mean, shit. Get on a Jeffjdem train. I'd be more than happy to get involved in that.
Take it on that.
All right. Well, does anybody in the chat have any questions for Steve or Jeffjdem or myself? Now's the time. I'm not sure. I can't see the time. How long have we been on, fellas?
It's 9:45, so about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
And I don't have any answers, so don't ask me no questions. Jeff's got all the answers. Jeff and you.
Reliable HVACR is in the house. He said Ryan does nice edits. I see some smiley faces.
What you got on your arm there, Jeff? I'm seeing the tats. I like them.
Thanks. It's just like an underwater theme, little scuba guy, octopus, shit like that.
See, you've got cool looking tattoos. right? You've got a whole style about you. I decided to get my first tattoo was this stupid evil clown. I hate it. What was
Man,
I thinking? I was such an idiot when you're young. I mean, when did you get your first tattoo, Jeff? Were you
was it?
young?
I was 17, 18.
No. Well,
Yeah.
you were making better decisions than I was. I was like, let me go with that evil clown. Idiot. Hey, Steve, any control videos? Ha 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 ha. Jason Johnson says for
That
Steve.
must be Jason. Yeah, no, not coming. No, I got some good stuff coming. Rick had a good one that I thought was interesting. It was just the real world's. You know, he's not happy. He's just in a crap job, and he's making stuff work. And I got a couple coming like that are limited cuts and just the on-call life, and here it is, deal with it. You know,
Yeah.
people are gonna hate on it. I'm gonna get random comments, but you know, come at me.
I've got nothing coming lately. I've been doing filter changes, so I've got no cool videos coming.
Filter changes, man.
What's that?
You got to post the filter changes.
Yeah, maybe I will. I got to deal with what I got, but I don't
Well,
know.
you went on a tool run the other day. You was searching for tools. I saw that.
I did my first
IG.
Instagram live. I was like, let's search for the tools. Jeff hopped in there for a minute. I didn't find anything. But you know what? Normally when I find something, I'm not filming it.
You might be something. You might be onto something with this this live stream thing going on here. We might need to connect the IG and the YouTube worlds, because I feel like that's what's happening right now, and I like it because
I think you should definitely do that.
Yeah, it feels like they're two separate. I don't post a whole lot on my IG about, you know, go watch this video and go, you know, this and that, because I feel like it's not really the same community. It is, because it's the same positive community, but it's just different people, it seems like.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring Jeff on, because I met Jeff in Vegas briefly, and I was like, but you see his work and you see what he does, but you don't really get to know the man. You don't hear his voice. You don't see how, so hopefully everybody out there's got a little bit of a taste for Jeffjdem. He's a family man from New Jersey. Busting his ass, been in this trade 10 years, and he's doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. You're welcome to come back on any live stream anytime you want. It's an open invitation. So if you feel like hopping on, you can even hop on with me and Rick and Steve on Sundays on the HVAC Survival live stream. Guys, check that out tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow night. HVAC our Survival. Rick Dermeyer. Have you watched Rick Dermeyer at all on YouTube, Steve?
Do you, Steve?
Steve.
Me?
Jeff.
I think you're
Sorry.
asking Jeff. Jeff, do you watch much YouTube?
I've had a few of these.
I don't go on YouTube at all, really. Be honest with you. I mean,
check.
Like when I have a question and stuff like that, I contact people from Instagram and I just ask them directly,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's, it is what it is. That's what I said. It's interesting. We're all doing the same thing, but it's just two separate communities that's a little bit different, and I think it's interesting.
It is interesting.
I love both.
I do too, and I'm new. I can't seem to gain any traction on Instagram. I try, but I'm just an old man. But Jeffjdem, you're killing it, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Like I said, the invitation's open. Anytime I've got anybody, I'm going to be reaching out to some other guys on Instagram, see if they want to come on with me. I've got some things lined up. Hopefully they'll come on. I think this was a nice little get to know Jeffjdem. What else do I have here? Oh, I got one more video here. This was something you posted from when I think it was in reference to Ben Poole talking to you at the HVAC Tactical Awards, when he said you're LeBron, and you're like, no, I'm Jordan, and
Yeah.
Flintstone is Pippen. So I'm just gonna play this real quick because I loaded it up here for no reason anyway. So I'll play it. So.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
Yeah, so
I must have missed that. That's awesome.
That's MJ and Pippen right there.
I removed myself from my own stream.
Can I be Tony Kukoc?
Like I said, I'm still new to this live streaming thing, but you know what? You know, it is what it is. You do it, you learn, and you get better. And that's the thing I'm trying to do. And that's what Jeffjdem has done. He started, his father was in the trade. He got entered in as a parts runner. And look at him now. He's got almost 24,000 followers on Instagram. He's putting out some of the best installs I think any of us have ever seen. I really love the lights and the bubble wrap. It looks like a rave. It looks like a party in there, and it looks like the equipment's been put on stage.
It's hard though, you know. It gets to the point where like, what do I do now? How do I keep going?
Here's how you do it. You start a YouTube channel. Do you get paid? Do you get paid on Instagram? I'm just wondering. You got 24,000 followers. Are you getting monetized?
I mean, I have ambassadorships like that, and they pay.
Yeah. Well, on YouTube, all you need is 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 watch time hours, and you get monetized. I mean, I'm just saying, you might want to think about it. Send me an email, hughesmanhvc@gmail.com. I'll do everything I can to help get your channel off the ground.
Same.
Maybe. It's so much work. I can't, you know, it takes me, I post like probably the longest video is like 40 seconds. And that takes me, who has no editing skills, like 40 minutes to edit. Like a 3 to 5 minute video. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I mean, with how much I've been, you know, I do both, but with how much that you post and what you do and how, you know, I mean, it's done well, obviously. That's tough. I mean, and you're right on track. It's YouTube's that much more of a pain in the ass.
That's all I know. All right, guys. Well, no, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
The amount of people that message me and ask me if I have a YouTube channel, and you know, my passion to, you know, teach people and help them get better, eventually that's going to collide, and I'll give in. Well,
I mean, having said that, I searched you and Flintstone on YouTube because I wanted to see. Flintstone's got some old stuff, and it looked like he tried for a little while, and then he just did the Instagram thing and kind of stopped. But there's some things out there for Flintstone. Just saying.
Not me.
Everybody go follow him.
Follow the boy Flintstone 1.
Maybe we can push him and Jeff to start making some YouTube videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jeff, I think we're going to wrap this thing up, man. I definitely appreciate you coming on. Steve, thank you very much, sir. You know, Steve's my boy. Much success and continued success coming your way. I have a feeling that it's just going to continue to grow for you. And again, if anybody isn't following Jeffjdem on Instagram, head on over there now. Just go down through. You'll see all the awesome installs. He seems like a real nice guy. And hopefully we can keep in touch, man. Like I said, the invitation is open-ended. Anytime you want to come on or chat or BS with me or any of the other guys on the HVACR Survival live stream, let me know.
Me too. I'm always there if you need something.
Sweet.
Any parting words you'd like to say to the people watching tonight, Jeff?
Absolutely, man. Just care and take pride in your work. Trade needs that. We need people to know they can do more. It could be better than it is right now.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that, guys. Jeffjdem.
Better than you found it.
Leave the trade better than you found it.
I like to say.
And I think got a couple of class acts here. Jeff, you're a class act. I love it. I'm going to continue to watch and like and tag and all that stuff on Instagram. So expect that from me. Don't be too irritated when I do it, but I appreciate you coming on. Steve, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and let me see how I can do this. Jeff, thank you, buddy. I'll talk to you
Thanks.
soon. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Practice makes improvement.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming in, checking out my live stream. Jeffjdem in the house. This guy is off the chain. So please head on over to Instagram, give him a follow, hit all those likes on all the stuff. I mean, that's how they do it over there. It was an awesome interview. Jeffjdem's the man. Steve from everything HVACR. Go check out his channel. Hit that subscribe button. Leave him comments and likes and all that stuff. I appreciate everybody coming in. Sorry I wasn't real involved in the chat tonight. It was kind of difficult for me because I'm new to this live streaming thing, but I'm going to keep doing it, man. I got some people. I've got my sights set on. I want to get them on the show. Some Instagram people, some YouTubers. So stay tuned. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to do my best to get some of that YouTube content out to you. It's kind of slow right now. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.